blowing glass?
Well, growing marijuana.
Okay, also growing marijuana.
Growing marijuana, yeah.
Then Dave walked me through his backyard and over to a very tall wooden cabin. Ooh, it's hot in here. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why it's hot in here.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the kiln.
So, this is on all day, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's hot in here for that, yeah. Wow, okay, so there's just piles and piles and piles of rods of glass everywhere. So you have to make all the individual kind of twisty, curvy bits on its own little glass rod.
Yeah.
You break that off and then put it together with the rest of the pipe.
Kind of weld it.
Yeah.
Weld them together, and then so you're constantly taking little sections and adding them to other sections.
Wow. So do you want to do some?
Sure.
Do you want to show me some glass blowing?
I just hesitate to because the process is so long. On something like this is like dichroic glass. See this real like shiny stuff.
Yeah.
That is like a
glitter
film that's on this glass here.
Oh wow.
And it's a combination of a bunch of different silvers and different layers.
That's trippy looking glass.
Yeah, this is actually, they put this like on the front of like the space shuttle and stuff like that because it refracts certain wavelengths of light.
You can see it, yeah.
And so to make this, I like cut up strips of this glass. This is kind of a badly cut strip. And then I coat the back of these strips with kind of some thinner glass that I pulled down. So I take this and I coat the back of it.
Wow. Does it sort of melt on it like paint?
Yeah, it just kind of turns into kind of that.
So you kind of get a sparkly, shiny, glittery looking glass.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how you change the colors and the sort of the textures.
Well, that's one aspect of like doing something like this.
Wow.
There's so many ways to apply color, and
wow, that's crazy. So when you're talking about making all these crazy shapes that you've got the curls and the swirls, is this like pulling taffy? Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's very much like that.
It's literally like, it reminds me of Play-Doh. Like when you get, long sausages of Play-Doh and you can sort of roll them all together and then twist them. And that's sort of how the colors are meshing in glass, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot like candy.
That's right. It looks like candy making, yeah.
And so I kind of heat up the glass on the torch. Kind of lengthwise.
Hey.
Yeah, here's a pair of glasses.
Thank you. Special glasses.
Special glasses,
Wow.
And that takes
it's made the flame green.
Yeah, takes all the redness out of it.
Yeah, the flame's now looking green and I'm able to actually look at it. It's almost like watching somebody molding pieces of a cake. It's like it feels malleable like icing. Do you just freehand them, or do you have an idea in your head before you start?
I just freehand them. I can't usually. Well, it's not like I can't, but it's just like I said. If I try to sketch it all out, it never comes out exactly how that is, and so it's just better just to
feel it out as you go.
And so, like I said, you make them in parts, and then you can kind of layer them in your hands and kind of see how they're going to work together, kind of thing. And then as you get them together and you like it, that's kind of the process.
That's awesome. It's really beautiful and very peaceful to watch too.
Yeah, it's amazing. It like every age group loves watching it too.
Yeah.
Old to young, people are.
It's like watching someone paint.
Yeah.
I think that's a really peaceful thing to watch. The brush strokes, and it's like the movement of the glass is like brush strokes almost. The way you turn it and twist it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sure. And that's the thing. I like this. A lot of it is just copying old ironwork books and old kind of. It's the stuff's everywhere once you start looking. Whether it's a poster or whatever.
Yeah, start to notice around you more, don't you?
Well, yeah.
If you want to see some of Dave's incredible glass pipe art, search for Different Leaf on social media or go to differentleaf.com and grab a copy of the full 2020 issue and flip to page 12. And now for your US cannabis news. 500,000 advocates have already signed a petition after Sha'Carri Richardson, one of the fastest women on the planet, was left off the US Olympic team because she was found to have THC in her system. Unfortunately, Richardson's mother had died just a few days before her Olympic trials, so she turned to what many of us know as medicine. In response to the results, Richardson tweeted simply, "I am human." A few days after Sha'Carri was banned from the Tokyo Olympics, the Nevada Athletic Commission took a stand and dropped marijuana from their list of banned substances. That means professional fighters in Nevada will no longer be penalized if they pop for THC. And Rhode Island lawmakers have approved a bill that will allow municipalities to open the country's first safe consumption sites for illicit drugs. The sites will be part of a 2-year pilot program where medical professionals will be able to supervise potentially dangerous drug use, and they can direct people with addiction issues to substance abuse prevention programs. Make sure you're subscribed to the podcast wherever you're listening right now, and follow us on social media at Different Leaf and at Different_Leaf. Also, make sure you pop on over to differentleaf.com and buy yourself the latest issue of our stunning quarterly cannabis journal. Thanks as always to our wonderful producer, Andrea Maraskin, and thanks to Homebody for the music.